Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. The Nikon Z90 has already caught the attention of photographers and videographers all over the world, even before Nikon has said a single official word. That shows how much anticipation there is for this camera. It is not just seen as another release or another mid-range model. The Z90 is shaping up to be Nikon's chance to create the APS-C flagship that shooters have been waiting for since the legendary Nikon D500. If the rumors prove true, the Z90 may not only fill that gap but also redefine it in a way no one expected. To understand why this camera is creating such a buzz, we need to step back and look at Nikon's mirrorless journey. For the past few years, Nikon has focused heavily on building its full-frame lineup. The Z6, Z7, Z8, and Z9 have been designed to compete with Sony's Alpha series and Canon's EOS R cameras. Among them, the Z9 has become iconic, offering professional-level autofocus, advanced video tools, and durability that rivals the strongest DSLRs. Then came the Z8, which delivered much of the Z9's performance in a smaller, more accessible package. Together, these cameras proved that Nikon is serious about mirrorless. But while Nikon strengthened its full-frame lineup, its APS-C options lagged behind. The Z50 was a solid entry-level body, and the retro-styled ZFC gained attention for its design. But neither camera could be considered a professional tool. They lacked advanced autofocus, fast burst speeds, and in-body image stabilization. For hobbyists, they were fine. For professionals who rely on APS-C for extra reach in wildlife and sports, they simply weren't enough. That is why the Z90 matters so much. It could finally give APS-C shooters the serious tool they have been waiting for. One of the most exciting rumors is the sensor. Reports suggest a 33-megapixel APS-C sensor. This is a bold move because Nikon could have played it safe with 24 megapixels, which is a common choice. By aiming higher, Nikon is competing directly with cameras like Canon's R7 and Fujifilm's X-H2. Higher resolution brings many advantages. It means more detail, more cropping flexibility, and more potential for large prints. It also makes the camera more attractive to hybrid creators who need both photo and video quality. With oversampling, a 33-megapixel sensor can deliver sharp and professional-looking 4K video. But resolution is not everything. A high-resolution APS-C sensor has challenges. Packing so many pixels onto a smaller sensor makes each pixel smaller, which can lead to weaker performance in low light. This is where Nikon's processor becomes critical. If the Z90 uses the latest X-Speed engine, like the one in the Z8 and Z9, it should handle noise reduction effectively. Nikon also has an excellent reputation for color science. That means natural tones, pleasing skin colors, and strong dynamic range, even with more pixels. Video performance is another area where the Z90 looks strong. The ability to shoot 4K at 60 frames per second with oversampling is already impressive. It ensures sharp and detailed footage, not just an upscaled version. But the real eye-catcher is the rumored Full HD recording at 120 or even 180 frames per second. Slow motion is one of the most engaging forms of video today. It adds drama and impact whether you are capturing the flap of a bird's wings, the splash of water, or a cinematic action moment. By offering high frame rates, the Z90 could appeal strongly to hybrid shooters who create both stills and video. Speed is another critical part of the story. Rumors suggest the Z90 will shoot bursts at up to 15 frames per second. That is already excellent for an APS-C body. But the question is whether Nikon will include a faster electronic shutter mode. If they can get close to Canon's R7, which offers 30 frames per second electronic bursts, it would be a huge win. For wildlife photographers and sports shooters, burst speed is not just a number. Every frame counts. Missing a split second can mean losing the shot of a lifetime. Another big feature is in-body image stabilization, also known as IBIS. Nikon has already used strong IBIS in the Z8 and Z9. Bringing this to APS-C would be a breakthrough. With up to 6 stops of stabilization, photographers could shoot handheld in low light without blur. Wildlife shooters using long telephoto lenses could track moving subjects with sharp results. This is also an area where Nikon could beat Canon directly, since the R7 does not have IBIS. For many shooters, that one feature alone could be the deciding factor. The design of the screen is still a mystery. Nikon has to choose between a tilting screen, which appeals more to still photographers, or a fully articulating screen, which is better for video creators. A tilting screen is fast and simple for landscapes and portraits. A flip-out screen, on the other hand, is essential for vlogging, self-recording, and creative angles. Whatever choice Nikon makes will show us who they see as the primary audience for the Z90. Storage is another area where Nikon seems ready to step up. The Z90 is expected to have dual card slots, one CF-Express Type B and one SD. This combination gives the best of both worlds. CF-Express offers the speed needed for 4K video and long bursts. SD cards are more affordable and convenient. Having both means flexibility and future-proofing. Many cameras in this range only offer dual SD slots, or even just one. By including CF-Express, Nikon shows that the Z90 is designed as a serious tool. Comparing it to competitors makes things even clearer. Canon's R7 is currently the leader in the APS-C mirrorless space, with a 32.5 megapixel sensor, strong autofocus, and very fast bursts. Sony's A6700 is another competitor, focusing on video tools and AI-powered autofocus. Fujifilm's X-H2 and X-H2S offer both high resolution and speed, backed by Fujifilm's unique lens ecosystem and color science. The Z90 will need to combine resolution, burst rate, stabilization, and autofocus to stand out. If Nikon delivers on all of these, it could become the most balanced choice in the market. Autofocus deserves special attention because Nikon has made big strides here. The Z8 and Z9 showed impressive subject detection and tracking. If the Z90 inherits even part of that, it will already be a major improvement over previous APS-C models. Eye detection for humans and animals, fast subject tracking, and reliable performance could transform the shooting experience. Autofocus that feels predictive rather than reactive is what separates great cameras from average ones. Build quality is also part of Nikon's identity. Photographers trust Nikon to make rugged, weather-sealed bodies. The Z90 is expected to follow that tradition, with a strong magnesium alloy body, weather sealing, and an ergonomic grip. For wildlife and outdoor shooters, this matters a lot. They work in rain, snow, dust, and heat. They need gear that can survive those conditions. Nikon's history suggests that the Z90 will deliver in this area. Pricing is still unknown, but we can guess by looking at the market. Canon's R7 is around $1,500. Sony's A6700 is in the same range. Fujifilm's X-H2S is higher, closer to $2,500. That means Nikon will likely price the Z90 somewhere between $1,600 and $2,000. If they want to compete directly with Canon, a price around $1,600 to $1,800 makes sense. If they load the camera with premium features like IBIS and dual card slots, they might push it closer to $2,000. The final price will reveal whether Nikon sees this as an enthusiast-level model or a semi-pro flagship. Lens compatibility is another strength for the Z90. It will use Nikon's Z mount, which already has a strong lineup of full-frame lenses. While the DX lens lineup is still small, full-frame lenses can be used without issue. That means shooters will already have access to Nikon's sharp and reliable S-line glass. Over time, Nikon may add more DX lenses, but even at launch, the Z90 will not lack lens options. From a creator's perspective, the Z90 could be a powerful all-rounder. Imagine a YouTuber filming in oversampled 4K 60, then switching to smooth 120 frames slow motion for B-roll. Imagine a wildlife shooter using the 1.5x crop factor to turn a 400mm lens into the equivalent of a 600mm. Imagine a sports photographer capturing bursts at 15 frames per second with reliable autofocus. These are not just specs on paper. They are real tools for real work. This is why the excitement around the Z90 is so strong. It is not just about megapixels or speed. It is about what the camera represents. For many, it feels like the spiritual successor to the D500, now built for the mirrorless age. At the moment, Nikon has not confirmed anything officially. But there are signs that prototypes are already in testing. Leaks are beginning to surface. The demand is undeniable. If Nikon wants to strengthen its place in the mirrorless market, launching the Z90 in 2025 would be the perfect move. Of course, questions remain. Will it really use a stacked sensor? Will it match Canon's burst rates? Will Nikon design it more for still photographers or hybrid creators? These questions keep people talking. But one thing is clear. If Nikon delivers on even half of these rumors, the Z90 could become the most important APS-C release of the decade. The Z90 has the potential to challenge Canon's A7, rival Sony's A6700, and stand toe-to-toe with Fujifilm's X-H2. With high resolution, fast bursts, in-body stabilization, dual card slots, and strong autofocus, it has all the ingredients to succeed. And because it will likely be smaller and more affordable than full-frame models, it could be the perfect balance of power, portability, and price. For now, all we can do is wait for official news. But one thing is certain. Nikon fans have a lot to look forward to. The Z90 has the potential to redefine what an APS-C camera can be in the mirrorless era. And if even half the rumors are true, it could be one of the most important releases in Nikon's history. For more videos, please like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get the latest updates.